Ladies and gents, I just turned 21 years old, and in this video I want to share with you the accomplishments that I've done at 20 years of age, and also the lessons that I've learned throughout my time in accomplishing those. So first of all, with the accomplishments, one of the biggest ones is hitting my first $10,000 a month in consistent cash collected, and from here I'm doing this consistently each month, just from retainers from clients. That's without like any new deals, and I'm really grateful for that. Also started growing my team and my business, started delegating more, being more of a CEO compared to being like a person that's working on everything in the business, and also moved out with my friends, which I want to talk about as well in this video. Got all the tech gadgets that I dreamed of, my dream setup, dream everything basically. Traveled for the first time, paid for most of the things in my travel, including the ticket. Overcame a major surgery and injury in my left shoulder, and this has taught me a lot, which I'm going to share as well. And also found mentors in business, in health and fitness, in sales, and everything that made my life better basically. So these are a lot of the accomplishments I've done. And to begin with, the first lesson from those accomplishments is that please do get to that $10,000 a month mark, or whatever income that gets you the dream lifestyle that you want to live. Because you can go wherever you want, and be able to afford the freedom that you want with this money. To me, like being able to pay for my friends when we go out for dinner, like pay the tab, being able to buy whatever I want whenever I want, being able to travel, being able to record this video in this amazing place I'm in, being able to move out with my friends, like all of these include financial costs that I paid for. And without making this money, I wouldn't have gotten them, right? So just making enough money, and you set a goal for how much you want to make, like this alone brings you really, really nice life, and you want to live an abundant life, trust me. So get to that dream income. And you can also, like if you're an entrepreneur, as in a business owner, like with more money you can hire more people, and with more people, like you can delegate more, and those people will make you even more money. So it's like a compound effect from here, where you keep on growing and you get more from life. So this is one. The second thing is practice gratitude. And I know this sounds cringe and it's very simple and stuff like that, but it's really, really powerful, and it's something that has helped me throughout the good times and the tough times as well. So the way I like to practice gratitude is by journaling every day. Of course, like looking at my day, like how it was, seeing what I can improve and stuff like that. And also at the end of the journal, I also always mention how grateful I am for everything I have, like everything. And this includes my health, my finances, my family, friends, like whatever you have, right? Just practice gratitude for having those things, and you'll realize in the tough times, being grateful makes you like better, and keeps you wanna like keep going to pass through this tough time and get to the good time. And the third thing I want to talk about here is environment. Just changing your environment will help a lot as well. And to me, like I struggled a lot at home, living with my family. I love them, but they have a certain vibe, they have a certain energy, and I want to be like infected with the energy of hustling, of working, of growing a business, of entrepreneurship, like everything of that sort. And I realized that if I want to get that energy, one of the best ways to do it is either move out on my own, or move out with my friends who are also doing the same thing in different industries, but they have like the same energy of growing, hustling, doing our best at this age. So that's what I've done. I moved out with my friends, and I can tell you it has been a really, really, really amazing game changer, because when I moved out, we infected each other with this positive energy of working, hustling, and also helped me shape my own beliefs which helped me scale my business and become a better person as a whole. So if you feel like your environment is slowing you down, and by environment not only do I mean where you live, it's also who you hang out with a lot. If you hang out with people who always talk about other people, or you hang out with people who are selfish, who are self-centered, who always give excuses, people who don't have this big vision that they want to achieve, but you do, you have this vision, then like disconnect from them and try to find this friend group that uplifts you, that positively criticizes you, like the friend group I'm in. Really do set it as a mission, because it's really, really impactful. It's a one-time thing that can serve you for the rest of your life. Because if you stay stuck in the environment you're in, then I'm sorry, but you can grow, but your pace of growth will be really, really slow. So if you're at home right now as well, like make use of the resources that you have until you're making maybe enough money so you can move out on your own. If you want to do that, if you love living with your family, also do that. Like really just talking from personal experience here, as a person who wants to grow at a fast pace and who wants to surround themselves with people that are have this positive work energy and self-improvement energy as well. And about moving out, I also manifested it, and this is the fourth lesson that I want to talk about, which is manifestation is real, it's actual. And I realized after looking at my journal that I manifested moving out. I was journaling most of the time that I need to move out because of XYZ factors that I didn't like. I need to make enough money to move out, I need to make enough money. So it's a tangible goal that I set for myself, right? And with the budget, with the income goal, and that pushed me, that motivated me to work to get and manifest the thing that I want. You want to manifest freedom. Okay, what gets you freedom? Is it quitting your job and making enough money? Okay, then set the first goal is to quit your job, or save enough money to quit your job, to go on your own. Have a tangible roadmap that will get you to this thing. Because I hear a lot of people saying, and they kind of ruin the definition of manifestation. They be saying, yeah, I manifest this stuff, I just dream big and just think about this thing all the time, but they don't take action towards getting it. Yeah, think about getting the supercar or this supermodel friend and all these stuff. Yet when you look at their actions, are they really getting closer to what they want to get? Not really. So that's why backing up your thoughts and using your thoughts to lead you to take action that get you closer towards what you want. This is manifestation, not dreaming about things and mentally thinking about them without taking any sort of action. So this is a big lesson, and please, if you have this wrong definition in your mind about manifestation, just change it, because it's a really beautiful word. And I can tell you from experience, I've manifested a lot of things so far, and I keep on manifesting more things to come. And my biggest proof is just me sharing my journey on this YouTube channel, which you can look at, right? You can look at everything, where I started, the difficulties I've been through, and everything of that sort, and you will see that I've actually manifested those things. So this is the fourth point. The fifth point is to focus on one business, to focus on one career path, to focus. It's a very powerful word, because in my experience, me focusing on a single software that I've been building for 2.5 years has given me a huge advantage in the niche, in the industry I'm in right now, to the point where I can rarely find anyone who has this level of product, and also to the point of getting one client who referred another client who referred another client, all because they see the power of what I've built, because of how good it works, because I focused on it. And I think a lot of people get into this state of maybe focusing on a lot of things at once, and they think that switching from one thing to another is like busyness, is filling up their time, is being productive, when in fact it's not, because you're spending a lot of time and energy switching from one thing to another, and you think that this switching process is productive, when it's not. And it's a lesson that I learned from Alex Hormozy. Mostly he talks about it a lot. It's better to have a $3 million business than have two $1 million businesses, because with this $3 million business you can scale it, of course, according to its limit, but you get the point. It's just the basic example is also, if you have a limited amount of water and you want to grow trees, don't just spend this water on two trees to grow them, or two plants. Just spend them on one, right? Spend all your resources, your time, and your energy on this one thing until maybe this plant or this tree gives you fruit that you can sell, so you can buy more water, and this water can, allow you to deploy deploy it onto multiple trees, right? So this is the same like philosophy that applies to business. In the beginning, because you don't have a lot of resources, it's important to focus what you have, which are your time and energy, onto this one thing until this one thing is giving you more resources that you can then deploy onto others. And that's why you see a lot of entrepreneurs in the beginning, they focus on this one thing that they scale, right? And once it's getting them enough money, they can hire more people, they can invest it into more projects, and therefore like keep growing. So you can use this principle however you want, basically. Now, another thing is something I've also discovered from experience, is that life is a marathon consisted of small sprints. So I like to get into something called monk mode, if you know about it. And it's those periods where you're locked in, your productivity is at its best, and you eliminate all sorts of distractions, like going out and eating all these like sugary foods and just doing those activities that give you temporary joy. So you just remove them from your life and you focus on what's important, which is the business, or whatever it is in your life, right? But you just focus on that, on growing yourself and your business, and then you do that for like 2 to 3 weeks, and that's the time I realized I was the most productive in. And then you realize that maybe your productivity is starting to drop, and this is when you take a break, a recovery. So you do this sprint of 2 to 3 weeks, you take one day or a few days off, and then you come back and do the sprint again. And I realized this, like, this is the best way to keep going. It's like when you work out at the gym, right? You don't just train the same muscle every single day and without any sort of rest. You want to rest it. You want to like train hard, rest the muscle, and this is how growth happens, with intense training, rest, and then continue and repeat, right? So this is it. And then the final one is telling you that the beginning is the hardest part. And I've experienced that where, I was in university and I was trying to build my business and grow while also managing the studies of engineering and university. It was very demanding. And I used to wake up at like 5 a.m. On university days, work on the business, go to university, come back home, go gym, work again, sleep, and repeat. And it was a very, very like tiring and demanding process. And I was giving my all. And then I dropped out of university, and still I was working very, very, very hard. And I was getting nothing. Like, I barely made any money. I was making like a decent amount of money, then making nothing, then this and that, like a constant zigzag, right? And it was tiring. I felt I felt very anxious, and felt like, what if I don't do it, and stuff like that. But as time continued, the more I pushed, the more wins I got, the more confidence I got as well, and the more skills I got, that got me more money and more success and a better life. And as those stack up, you reach a point where, first of all, you have like enough, your skill set is making you enough money, so you start hiring a team, you got people helping you, and you have a base, a sort of a base where you're making this as like the minimum amount of money. And then after this, like, you keep on growing, and the zigzags in life always happen, like the ups and downs. You might reach a stage where your minimum income is like $5,000 a month, and then from there it varies a bit. It goes to like 3,000 and then 8,000, stuff like that. And this was me this year, having this like limited base after having a base of going from like 0 to 2000 to 0 to 1000, whatever. Like, you just increase your baseline, and then from there, you go into zigzag, you grow, you increase your baseline. So it's like this continuous journey. If you look at like a trading chart, if you see trading or this principle, I just love it. I made the full video on it that represents life. Like nothing is linear. Things are just always up and down. Like you can see a chart here, like trading. You can see how it looks like. There are like ups and downs, and then there's like a big up or a big down. Now you want to make sure that you're always moving upwards, and you might have maybe big downs that happen, but if you're just growing most of the time, that's what you want to focus on. So if you're in this tough time in your journey right now, just know that it will pass. Just keep going, keep on stacking up those wins and the skill set that you get, and soon enough you will hit this minimum where you're making a minimum amount of money that's sustainable, and then you keep on growing from there. And really, not only does it affect like how much money you make, it also affects your confidence in everything. When you start building a nice body, when you start developing your communication skills with people, right? That like the more you do it, the more you practice it, the better you become, the more confidence you get, and hence the better life you get in all the areas that you want. So, ladies and gents, this is it. This is all I gotta tell you. This is what I've kind of gathered from my meditations of this year. It's been crazy, gonna keep on growing, and I really, really hope for you to take those lessons and implement them. The fact that you're still watching the video right now means that what I'm saying kind of relates to you, or you like the energy that I'm emitting right now. So make sure to just follow them. And to give you a summary, what I talked about is, first of all, just get to that dream income of yours so that you can get the life that you want, the freedom that you want. Practice gratitude every day, and make sure you're in the right environments. If you're not, make it your mission to get into those right environments that will shape your success and make you a better person, and make your like success process way, way, way faster. And then manifestation, like practice manifestation. Don't just dream about the thing and not do anything about it. Dream about it, think about it, and use it as motivation to like put in the action, the work that's required to get what you want. And then focus on one business in the beginning if you don't have a lot of resources, and make the most out of it. And then once you have enough money, enough leverage, then you can maybe spread yourself even more thin. And then life is a marathon consisted of small sprints. So do those sprints, right? Those long sprints, get some rest, enjoy life a bit, come back to them, and you will feel in those sprints, by the way, I forgot to mention, you'll feel good. You'll feel good. Your emotions will be stable. You won't be having those very highs and very lows. No, you'll be stable, and this will give you the best productivity ever. And then finally, the beginning is the hardest part. If you're in that stage, just keep going. I was in it. I recorded a lot of videos, I guess, just talking about the types of pains that you get there. So just keep going, keep on stacking up those wins, those skill sets, and you get there. Ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this. Cheers.